Raise your hand if you've ever felt like you didn't belong. Yeah, me too. It sucks. People who are unable to vote because of a prior felony conviction, which is to say people who are impacted by felony disenfranchisement, feel like they don't belong, not just on election day or campaign season, but throughout the entire year. My home state, Florida, is the epicenter of felony disenfranchisement. In 2016, more than 1 in 10 adult Floridians and more than 1 in 5 African American adult Floridians was disenfranchised. I volunteered alongside a grassroots effort to end lifetime disenfranchisement, which motivated me to learn more. Existing research on felony disenfranchisement has focused mostly on its aggregate impacts on crime and elections. Specifically, people who are disenfranchised are more likely to recommit a crime, but scholars aren't exactly sure why. My research focused on the individual, personal impacts of disenfranchisement, which helps me understand these broader phenomena. I collected over 200 surveys, interviewed more than 27 people, and participated in 2 months of ethnographic research. 3 things stood out. First, disenfranchisement impacts people's feelings of belonging and inclusion within society. People understand elections as a time when the entire community comes together to make important decisions. People who were disenfranchised felt like they weren't included within that everybody. My second finding is that parents were especially impacted by disenfranchisement. Directly, parents were unable to demystify the political process for their children in role model voting. Indirectly, parents felt like they were unable to help build the strong society that they wanted their children to grow up in. My third finding is that disenfranchisement limits the recreation of a strong civic identity after incarceration. Enabling people to make important decisions and give back to their communities through informed voting and political advocacy helps end criminality. Felony disenfranchisement prevents this reintegration into society, increasing the risk of crime. If anything, we should be producing policies that help limit crime and help build and strengthen stronger, safer communities. Let's face it, even if there were no felony disenfranchisement, there would still be barriers to people after incarceration. Barriers to housing, employment, education, family life, safety, and so much more. But still, voting itself is a radically inclusive, empowering aspect of society. As one respondent put it, voting was the only time in her life when she knew that her voice counted equally, no matter her income, race, gender, education, age, or anything else. Ending disenfranchisement won't change everything, but it will tell people that their voices matter. It will tell them that they belong. Thank you.